All right, cat lovers, welcome back to the YouTube channel. And it's only taken like 6 months, but we finally got the second entry in Vana'diel 101. And today we're going to teach you something that's going to improve your life. You're going to start sleeping better. The sun's going to shine a little bit brighter. Everything's going to be great after this video because I'm going to teach you how to use Moblin Maze Mongers to reset your 2-hour abilities right here in Lower Juno. You're probably asking, what is Moblin Maze Mongers, Velner? Well, I got to tell you, it's content that, as far as I can tell, was designed specifically so we can reset our 2 hours on demand. That's the only use I can find for it. I don't know anything else about it. And frankly, I don't want to know. And I'm sure all of you have been in parties where you're doing something like maybe Shield Jail, right? You're doing V25 mobs. And you lose, but people have popped their 2 hours. And then you come to Lower Juno. And somebody says, hey, so-and-so, do you have a maze? And you have to be a loser and say, no, I don't. Well, those days are coming to an end right now. So if you've never done this before, you're going to want to just do this right now. The first part of this takes like 5 minutes. If you have a friend that can help you, this whole process will take about 10 minutes. But we'll go over that. So, all right, first things first, accessing Moblin Maze Mongers happens from the junk shop here in Lower Juno. It's gonna involve Chatnachok, Goldigrick, and Dupladoc. Now, you can do this. I don't know what the access requirements are, but you don't need really anything. There's no story, there's no nothing to get access to Moblin Maze Mongers. And the first thing you're gonna want to do is you got to get a maze. And the mazes are what give you access to the content. Now, only the party leader has to have the maze. And to get one, we're going to start by talking to Dupladoc. Now here, what we're going to do is hit View Copyable Mazes. We're going to go View Maze Tabula by Theme. And you want to pick Revitalization Team, because that's the only type of maze that's going to give you access to buying Revitalizers in there. You'll just see, you can pick any choice here. So that Marunia or Nineveh, doesn't matter. These are people that have registered their mazes to be copied so other players have access to them. And just a side note, after you do this, to pay it forward, if you find this helpful, you'll want to register your maze. But anyway, so let's get started. Let's pick Nineveh, because that's Alan's character, so why not? It'll show you some stuff, whatever. Really copy this maze, say yes, 500 gil, and you'll get something called a Maze Tabula R03. So now that we have that, we're going to go back to the Chocobo stables, to that little well, and we can go in. Now, the reason I want to tell you to do this right now, even though, so now I have the item, right? And you're thinking, well, I can just wait to do this when I need it. Now that I know I can get that maze, it's really quick. Wrong. The first time you go in, you will not be able to buy a Revitalizer. You'll be able to buy it with a currency. Here, I'll show you. A currency called the Cave Conservation Points. See, I have 0 right now. They just regenerate over time. You can hold a total of 6. I think you get one like every 24 minutes. You don't have to do anything, but you don't start getting those points until you have ordered a maze yourself, until you've done this step. You could have been taken into Maze Mongers. Won't count. You won't start earning those conservation points. So you have to do this step once before you can start resetting 2 hours. So that's why I'm saying this takes like 5 minutes. If you've never done it, just follow along right now and do this step. Once you've done this step, you'll be able to order mazes and do 2-hour resets. Now, one thing you're going to notice on the maze tabula here, so we trade it to the well here to get access, but if you see that last parenthesis there, the 5, that's how many times you can use this maze. Now, this is fine because you can just copy it. If once you've used it 5 times, you can't use it anymore, but you can just throw it out and buy a new one. But this guide is going to show you how to not just have this copied maze that has limited uses. I'm going to show you how to get a maze that never runs out of uses. But we got to start here because we have to go in and we have to earn the maze marbles currency in here in order to go to the next step to get the never-ending maze. But for now, once you've done this part, you've gone in like this, you can just leave and you'll start earning CC points. And the next time somebody asks if you have a maze, you'll be able to say, yes, I do, and you'll still have that Maze Tabula R03 with 4 more uses on it. But we're going to go a little further, so let's go in. You have 30 minutes to crank. No worries. So You just go talk to Readerrock here. Descend into the maze. Yes. Good pick. No idea what he does. Don't care. Again, I don't know anything about this content except I use it to reset my 2 hours. Let's go in. We go talk to Sadistic. Great name. All right. Talk to him. Now, if you're coming in to reset your 2 hours, you would just talk to Sadistic and you hit spend CC points. Of course, I don't have any, so this is the first time Onyako's ever been in here at all. But you would click that and you would click spend 3 CC points in medicine. And then when you confirm, everybody in the party will get a Revitalizer in their temp items. But we need to earn some Maze Marbles so we can go to the next step. So we're actually going to do Maze Mongers, which typically you wouldn't do. You just get the Revitalizer and you leave. But first things first, we got to ask him, what's this about? He'll tell us about beating up monsters. All right, all right, all right. Oh, he'll give us the Maze Mongers members card. I honestly don't know what that's for. I think that's if you're really going to do the content. I'm not. And then you pick Let's Go after you talk to him and you get that Maze Mongers card. You get to pick 3 NMs. Gumdrop is like a flan type. Gun is a snail, a slug, a snail. And Babaloo Eye is a Diormite. So we're just gonna pick him because I hate Diormites. And see, he just spawns right there. Like, this is it. There's nothing to this. This thing's really easy. There's no way it's gonna kill you. Now this part you don't have to do, but you're gonna want to do this part if you want to get the permanent maze key item, which I recommend doing because it is a little annoying when you go to order the maze and everybody's finally gathered, and then you go to trade your maze and it's out of charges and you have to go all the way back to the junk shop and get a new one. Forget about that. You'll never have to worry about that again. You'll never have to talk to those moblins in there again. It's gonna all be over. This should kill it, but treasure just appears somewhere in the maze. So he died, and we get 2 chests. Open them both. One of them should give you... Oh, I only got 47 marbles. What's that about? Well, that's okay. Sometimes you get a bonus chest, but I don't seem to ever get it on the first time, so... Alright, we're done here. Once you've done that, now, Sadistic asks you for your maze card, and so I'm going to do it, but this part has nothing to do with this. Alright, so I knew I wasn't going to get enough points, so to get the permanent maze item, we need to get up to 50 maze marbles. Where is it? Moblin marbles. So we need 50 of these. You only get... I thought you always get 50. I only got 47, so I don't know. So at this point, you might have to wait an hour. You can only order a maze an hour. If you're doing it by yourself, you have to wait an hour and do it again. But I'm gonna use my other characters to cut in line to knock it right out. All right, so that took me 3 runs to get it, but now I have the marbles. So this is I got 140. That's so annoying. I got 47 on the first run for some reason. I've always gotten 50 except that first run, so I had to do it 3 times on Onyako to get 100 marbles. But now that we have that, now we can get the permanent maze, the one that you never have to recharge. So to get the 100 marbles, you can just do it yourself, but you just have to wait an hour in between entries. Or if there's anybody around that can help you. So I just grabbed 2 other characters and I use their mazes, you can go right back in. So I was able to get the 100 really quick. But either way, get the 100 marbles. This maze tabula R03 will work until it's out of charges, so that's fine. But if you get the marbles, now we can do the permanent key item. So we're going to want to talk to Goldegrick first. And he's going to say, what are you looking at? Have you noticed? You say, sure have. And then you say the Moblin's underground hideout. I don't know any of this stuff. Just click that. And he doesn't care. He'll just tell you everything. I'm not reading any of this because I don't care. All right. Once you go through that, you'll get a Tattered Maze Monger pouch, key item, and you'll get a Maze Tabula M01, Voucher 01, and these runes. This is going to end up being your permanent maze. You can just use these things, the vouchers and the runes, and they become like key items. They're out of your inventory. I think you could also throw them away, but we're not going to do that. Just going to use them. And then we talk to Chatnichok, right? And we got the 147 marbles. We want to trade for a maze voucher. You pick 100, and you want to get maze voucher 9. This is a revitalization team maze. You hit yes, and now we have to use that and turn it into a key item. And the last thing we got to do is use our maze tabula M01. This is going to be our permanent maze. Double click it, and it comes up with this weird thing. Okay. We click maze voucher 9. You can say it reads revitalization team. That's what we want. Click that. And then you can set these runes. I don't know what the fuck this does. I like to set them just because whatever. But I have no idea what this does. I think it has to do with doing the actual content. I don't know. I don't really care. You don't have to do this part. Just make sure it's set to maze 9 and set. Now when you see it, when you go over your maze tabula M01, it'll say maze voucher 09. Parentheses is 1. That's how many, or in the brackets it's a 1. That's how many of those runes you set. Again, that's completely irrelevant. You can set no runes. That doesn't matter. As long as your maze tabula M01 reads maze voucher 09 in the bottom, you're done. This never has to be recharged. And as a bonus, pretty sure you can give this to Dupladoc, right? Trade it to him. And say, do you want to register the maze? And say, register. Cost you 5 marbles. That's fine. And now, right, people can register your maze, right? If nobody's done that, so there's Owen Yakos now. If nobody's registered their maze, I don't think anybody can copy one. So, you know, if you found this video helpful, to pay it forward, make sure after you make your permanent maze, copy it so that other people, or register with Dupladoc so other people can copy it. But there you go. That's it. Now we have our permanent maze. At this point, you can throw out that one, the maze tabula R03 with their limited charges. Get rid of that. Now we're going to be getting our CC points, and we'll have this maze to reset our 2 hours anytime. So that's it. That's all there is to it. Like I said, if you've never done this before, the first part takes about 5 minutes to where you can start getting your CC points. If there's nobody around to bring you in to the Maze Mongers again to get more marbles, it'll take about an hour. You just got to wait an hour to be able to go back in and earn the other 50 marbles. And then you come talk to these guys and get that Maze Voucher 9, and bang, you got your permanent key item. There it is. No longer are you the loser who has to say, oh, I don't have a maze. I don't know what that means. There you go. So enjoy it. If this was helpful, we do this every day, this kind of stuff every day at twitch.tv/ValorXI. Bye.